on this episode of The Commercial Break.
I bathed in it. I bought 7 bottles and I put it in my sink and I just splashed my face in it. Go away, wrinkles. I want to look 27 forever.
Now let me go into the sun.
Yeah. Fly, Bryan. You flew so high, you almost touched the sun.
Yeah, burn.
I'm like Icarus.
Burned.
Yeah, I'm like Icarus. Touching the sun with my face.
That is in fact what it looks like.
Oh my God, dude, it's bad. It's bad. It's like if someone is gone.
We could pivot with our podcast.
Yeah, why don't we just have a psychic podcast?
Yeah, we'll just have people call in.
Tell us which relative has died. Yeah, we'll feel the spirits
coming to us.
My uncle died of a heart attack. I'm sensing that it was a heart-related
Something
issue.
in the heart.
Was it something in the chest? Something in the chest. Mm-hmm. Or someone can say, yeah, my cat's been missing since 1989 and I just want to know that they're okay. And I'll be like, yes.
Does it have a tail?
Does it have a tail? I'm seeing a cat with a tail. Yes. Mr. Meow Meow died. He got run over by a car. Twice, actually. The car went forward and then it went back and then another little cat sexually assaulted him.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
Yeah, I'm sorry. His little cat penis. His little cat penis doesn't look so hot. Probably be $400. Next.
Yes.
Next.
The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Woo!
Hello, Bryan.
Hi, Chrissy Hoadley. How are you?
As good as that dolphin.
I love that dolphin sound.
That's a great sound.
I don't know why I love the dolphin sound so much, but it's played on many, many radio shows and podcasts also all throughout the world. It's not an unfamiliar sound to audiophiles like myself. I'm Bryan. This is Chrissy, and
Happy New Year!
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Commercial Break. I'm Bryan, and let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. The big red elephant in the room. And that is me.
I know. I'm looking at you.
Okay, I have to admit, vanity is not one of my strong suits. Humility is not one of my strong suits. I like to be vain. I am a sun baby. I love the sun.
I've
always loved the sun. I've always loved to get out and have a nice tan, and I just like to just red and ready just to hit the road.
That's a good mantra for in your 20s.
Yes, but in my 40s, not so much. I'm staring down the bullet of skin cancer. I shouldn't even laugh because, my mom's had it. Hey, listen, I know people who've passed away from skin cancer. Like, I've known of people who've passed away from skin cancer. I guess we all have. So, but this, I promise, has nothing, like, I had the zit problem that I told you about that popped up. And so one of the ways... So back when I took Accutane, the doctor said to me, probably very unprofessionally, and I'm like 15 years old at the time. Me and my mom are in the room. I'll never forget this. Because I was not a sun baby when I was a kid. I just didn't, I was kind of one of those guys that, I wore bell bottoms and Doc Martens and only came out at night. I was like a vampire. And so mainly because my skin was so bad. And so he says to my mom, listen, after Accutane's done, there's always a chance that your skin could get rough again, right? And we don't know. Accutane's not been around for long enough. We don't know what the long-term effects are, and so one of the things that we know helps with bad skin is when you have a little bit of sun. When you have a little bit of sun, it dries your skin out and it can make things better. So I've now taken this to the extreme.
Yes.
And I just run around without my shirt off all the time in the backyard. And so we have our first nice day of spring here in Atlanta yesterday, warm day.
It was beautiful.
Sun is beaten down. Astrid's putting the baby down for to bed. And I decide that I'm just going to go take a bunch of phone calls outside with my shirt off, running around the pool. Well, the part of the story that I haven't mentioned yet is that because I'm 40 and now I have some kind of skincare routine, I decided I was going to buy, I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Like, I don't have any clue. So I just buy a bunch of products and, start putting them on my face.
You're so funny. You know a lot of women in your life.
I know. I could ask them, but I don't.
Me, Astrid, to start.
I don't do that.
And we've been reading beauty stuff all of our lives. We know the way that certain things react with sun.
I know.
Hi, Bryan. It's your mom.
I could ask anybody, right?
Yes.
And so I decided I went to the store.
Or just Google it.
I know, I Googled it. That's what I did. I Googled it, and then up comes this advertisement for pure retinol. 100% retinol.
You too can be wrinkle free.
You two can be wrinkle free with no face. Yeah. I talked to Frank, and Frank was like,
Frank.
put pure acid on your face.
Yeah, melt away
Yeah.
the wrinkles.
You want to get rid of wrinkles now? Yeah, put some acid right on your face. So I'm like, so I get this
Sounds
stuff.
good.
I get this stuff.
Sounds good. Let me do that.
Why not? How does that interfere with my sun tanning? Tell me how that's going to interfere with my sun tanning. So it's like Astrid said. Astrid goes, the number one thing you could do to care for your skin is not go out in the fucking sun like an idiot without any SPF on. If you want to go out in the sun and like get a little, get a nice hue to your skin. First of all, I'm Irish. I just shouldn't even be out in the sun. I should be hiding somewhere in a corner.
There's so much self-tanner and stuff out there, too.
I got the self-tanner.
Better.
It looks bad. I think it looks bad, but actually, I looked at Astrid, showed me pictures, and I can actually see no difference. So she's right about the self-tanner. But so I buy this L'Oreal retinol, and it comes with like a glass dropper because apparently it's so strong that it will melt away the rubber droppers. It comes in a glass bottle. It's like strong, and it even says some burning and occasional stinging.
Redness may occur.
Yes, redness may occur, burning and stinging. If you have a certain type of skin, you should stay away from this. Well, I didn't stay away from it. And then it also says
more.
Yeah,
more. Give me more.
I just poured it right in my eyeballs. I just let it run all over my face. I bathed in it. I bought 7 bottles and I put it in my sink and I just splashed my face in it. Go away, wrinkles. I want to look 27 forever.
Now let me go into the sun.
Yeah. Fly, Bryan. You flew so high, you almost touched the sun.
Yeah, burn.
I'm like Icarus. Burned. Yeah, I'm like Icarus. Touching the sun with my face.
That is, in fact, what it looks like.
Oh, my God, dude. It's bad. It's bad. It was worse yesterday. Much worse yesterday. But so I buy this retinol stuff, and it says, it's like in big red letters. It's like, use this product the following way. Use it once every 3 days for the first 2 weeks, then once every other day for the next 3 weeks. And then if you don't have some kind of bad reaction, you can put it on 5 nights a week. But do not use 7 nights a week. What do? I go straight in, balls deep, and I'm like, I just start splashing the shit all over my face. And I'm literally like splashing it all over my face. I know. Quick, go away, wrinkles. And then yesterday, like a dumb shit, I go outside for 30 minutes in that blaring sun. And now I am just like, yesterday, my skin was purple.
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
what it does is it takes off a layer of your skin.
Yeah, I'm like, it's like peeling. It was peeling before the sun.
Then go get the sun.
Oh my God,
beating down.
I know. I just was such an idiot. And I could even feel it when it was happening. I'm like, wow, my skin feels tight. It's like tight.
There's a
As
burning.
it's like boiling.
There's a burning sensation happening, but that means it's working. It's working.
It's working. I'm getting the sun. I'm getting the sunburn I so desperately want. It's it's that first summer sun. It's that first spring sunburn everyone looks forward to. Oh, what a fucking
Meanwhile,
idiot.
I put on like 50 and went outside on a walk, which I used to use like baby oil when
So
I
did
was
my
young.
mom. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
everybody. Yeah, that was the thing. My mom used Crisco. You know what Crisco is?
Yes.
They used to like melt the
vegetable
vegetable shortening and they just like pour it on themselves.
Yeah.
I remember still to this day in Chicago, my mom sitting out on the deck of our pool and they would take the Crisco and they would like put it on themselves and then they would be black. I mean, like super
I used to
dark.
get so tan when I did that. Also, it's years later in the sun, the ozone has kind of thinned.
Listen, okay, I didn't play it correct. I didn't play this one correctly.
But, hey,
so
you won't do it again.
that's right.
Everything's learning experience.
I won't do it again until next spring when I do the exact same thing.
Always be learning.
ABC. ABL. I thought. So anyway, if you're looking at the YouTube video and you're wondering why Bryan looks as purple as the sheet behind us,
I know compared to me, I think I look medium tan.
I know. This is just going to turn into some wonderful tan, but I won't be able to get in the sun for another 15 days because this one's.
Just put sunscreen on.
I know. Okay. All right. Fine. Sound like my wife now. Okay. Astrid wins. I'm like, is that husband wife push and pull? Mm-hmm. And she's always like, yeah, you gotta get some sunscreen on. We go to the beach and she's like, put the sunscreen on. And then I got to stand there like a little child. Like, oh, put some sunscreen on. I'll be fine for the first hour. She's like, the first hour?
That's when it happens.
Yeah, when you go out to the beach, like in 10 minutes, you can get a sunburn. And I'm like, I know, but that's how you get the good tan. You gotta get rid of the first layer. You got to burn off the first layer.
Oh, my God.
TCB Podcast. The brand new tcbpodcast.com is where you go.
Updated website.
That's right. The updated website. You can read all the show notes. You can find our entire media library there and find out some more information about Chrissy and I. I got to shout out to Astrid because Astrid is the consummate, like she is our number one cheerleader and has been since day one when literally 5 people were listening.
Yes.
And she was 2 of them, right? She was downloading to both devices.
Yes.
And she has, without anybody asking, has just gotten behind us and used all of her talents and her resources to help the commercial breakout, both on social media and our website. And she has redesigned it yet again. She's like, yeah, listen, you guys got to freshen up for season 2. And I was like, I don't even know how to do that. She's like, don't worry, I'll take care of it. And so without saying a fucking word, she just went and redesigned the entire website. Looks beautiful, acts beautiful, all of that good.
She's a rock star.
Yeah, she is. So love my wife. Thank you very much for always being a supporter. And, Tina and Gustavo, who are in the background too and doing great work. Also, shout out them. 470-584-8449 is where you can text us or leave us a message. That's where you can leave that hate mail about Theresa Caputo. Go ahead and text us and leave us. At The Commercial Break on Instagram, the ever-growing Instagram account. You can find content you can only find on Instagram there. That's where we're causing quite a stir in the last couple of days because of our last episode, our episode 2 episodes ago, Theresa Caputo part 1. We'll get to part 2 today. At Bryan Green on Clubhouse, at TCB Chrissy on Clubhouse. We also have the Commercial Break Clubhouse Club, which if you go to and follow us, then we will invite you to the club. Because that's where we're going to start doing live recordings here very shortly. And that club is ever growing. And then I started the Comedy Podcast Club in support of comedy podcasters and the comedy podcast category. And that's growing quite quickly too. So, there's a lot of things going on in Clubhouse. If you need an invite, let us know because we have a number of them. I now have like 16 of them or something. So I've got 16 extra invites. So if anybody needs an invite to Clubhouse and you are on an iPhone, it's iPhone only right now, then let us know by DMing us through that Instagram account at The Commercial Break and we'll make sure you get there. Okay, now back to the action. I feel like we're going right back into 17 and a half minutes of show liners and I just want to try and keep it as quick. Okay, here we go. So we've caused quite a stir. We've got stir? I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. I knew that by touching the third rail of podcasting, which is psychic mediums, I guess, I'm not sure. There's politics, religion, race, and then, psychic mediums. That we were going to cause quite a stir. I knew that this was going to be the case. I knew that some people were going to be really turned off by my opinion about Theresa Caputo and psychic mediums in general, at least psychic mediums that are out there charging people and making millions of dollars on television shows.
Yes.
I just personally don't believe that's how it works, right? That's my own personal opinion. And listen, if you don't like it, you can turn it off or, don't listen to this episode or don't listen to the last one or whatever. But people actually got angry on social media. They were like, God does not love you. And I'm like, God does not love me. Why? Because I don't believe in some shitbag with a fucking... She's got an earpiece in. She is studying the crowd. Yeah. Her production assistants are doing their homework. This is not magic. It's just research. I could do the same thing if I had a big fucking fluffy head of hair that I could... You'll notice, Theresa Caputo's ears are always covered. Always covered. Even when she's on TV. You know why? Because there is a device. I can almost guarantee it in one of those earballs. Almost guarantee it. Earballs. There is a device in one of those earballs, and she is getting fed information.
That makes sense.
Or there's someone in the crowd that is feeding her information in some way, shape, or form. Maybe that's tapping their foot. Maybe that, this person over here.
Yeah, well, it's hard to believe it just on command.
You can't do this on command.
Just has people, spirits that are actually of relatives, past relatives.
That's right.
Of the people that are in the audience. That's hard to believe.
It's hard to believe that she gets, in most cases, she's so broad. Does anybody know anybody who died?
Yeah.
Does anybody know anybody with a tooth? Did your uncle have a tooth? Yeah. And then people are like, oh, they want to believe so badly. Yes. They're like, my great uncle's aunt knew a guy named Bob
with a tooth
who used to serve in the military with a guy with a tooth. And everybody's like, oh, Theresa Caputo. Oh, she's touching my dead relatives. And here's another thing that fucking bothers me. I'm going to get all worked up again. If Theresa Caputo is really talking to dead people, how does she listen to them? She's always fucking yapping that mouth. He's telling me he loves you. He's telling me he loves you. He wanted me. Does that sound familiar? Do you understand what I'm saying? That he's telling you, and it's like, come on. Anybody that had a loved one that passed away is in a vulnerable spot.
Absolutely.
We've both had
closure. Yeah, you want to believe.
Wouldn't you desperately love to talk to your mother one more time?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
And I think, I'm of the mindset that you don't like one-on-one, maybe in a different environment.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm with you.
You know,
I'm not saying it can't happen.
Spiritual connections can happen, but in this TV
Nah,
audience,
come on,
and
get
it's
real,
making money.
Yeah,
and she's doing endorsements.
And by the way, there is a standing $1 million prize that has been standing by I can't remember the guy's name, but there is a famous guy who's busting these psychics all the time. He's very old. He's a very old man right now, but he's been around forever.
Okay.
And he's a rich man, right? And he's a scientist. And he has had $1 million standing prize to any human being that can prove without a shadow of a doubt by passing 3 simple tests, right, that they can contact the dead on the other side. 3 simple tests.
What are those?
I'll get, it's Randy something. Randy, what's his name? I think one of them is like, you have to, I can't remember. I'll get back to you on that. And I don't want to misspeak because it's a famous prize, right? And it's been out there for years. And people have gone on television and tried to do it, and it can't be done. Because I agree with you. I think if there is energy that's running around, I believe there's energy in us, and I believe that energy might be hanging around. Maybe that's, I don't know, reincarnated, whatever. Right. I mean, that's my own personal beliefs. We can get into it sometime if you want to. But I don't believe that Theresa Caputo is literally hearing and seeing people. By the way.
Just on command.
Yeah. By the way, they talk to her sometimes in detail, right? But sometimes they don't talk to her in detail. She just feels a chill, and that's her sign for whatever bullshit comes out of her mouth next. right? And then sometimes she can see them, but she can't tell how old they are. She can't tell if they're a boy or they girl. Are they black or are they white?
Yes.
And how is she seeing them and hearing them at the same time and then communicating that to you? Do you know, can you do that in real life? Can you listen to someone talking and talk at the same time and say what they're saying?
It's hard.
It's impossible, unless you're Venezuelan, of course. Then that's a sport. It's a sport to have multiple people talking at the same time and communicate with them. Yes. Let's do some more Theresa Caputo. What do you say? Let's just get right the fuck into it. Okay. Not only is Theresa making money on all of these television shows and her, shitty ass live show, but then Theresa is also selling stuff on Instagram, like Lee Press on Nail. I want you to listen to this. Okay. I want you to listen to this woman. She has to milk you for every dime. It's just not good enough that she's bullshitting about your dead Uncle Harry. She has to then go sell you, press on nails from some Jersey.
The Jersey Shore.
Yeah, the Jersey Shore.
Hi, guys. Good afternoon. I cannot believe that it is Friday.
Why you didn't see that one coming? You didn't see Friday coming on Thursday? Wow, what a psychic you are.
Thursday went by real quick.
Hi, guys. I hate when people say that. Like they didn't know that Friday was coming after Thursday.
Like all the days run into another, and it's just like it's Friday. I feel like every day seems like it's Friday. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic.
Listen to this motor mouth. She just can't shut up. She's like me. She just can't shut up.
Friday. So I wanted to share with you guys that I have exciting news to share with you.
I have some more shit to sell you. Ooh, I have exciting news. I'm going to be richer off of your dime.
I don't know. Some of you might not be excited about this, but I am.
Oh, trust me. There's plenty of us that are not excited about this, Theresa. The only reason we're excited about this is because it gives us a great clip for the show.
Kaylin from Tailored Enhancements, the girl that does my nails, she dropped me off nails. She made me a set of nails. And it is so, I was not, expecting, she's like, hey, cousin Michelle, happy Friday. I got some nails. But I think that...
Woo!
Oh my God, Holly, I literally want to bang my head against the wall. She's so fucking obnoxious. I got some nails from Judy at Jersey Shore Judy's, lead press on nails and boob enhancements, boob lifts. And I don't know. I'm super excited about this.
I wonder if a Vaseline happens at that place.
Of course it does. Please, girl. Oh, wait. I'm seeing a vagina. Does anybody have a vagina? All of a sudden, a big wet vagina hit me in the face. I can smell a nasty vagina. Who's got one? Oh my God, who's on their period?
This is fantastic. I want to share with you guys. It came in this kit. It was a no contact delivery. I will post all.
Oh, she has to let you know it's a no contact delivery. All your deliveries are no contact, Theresa. You're talking to the spirits.
Of this. I'm going to try to put them on today. So I just wanted to pop on real quick to show you guys what I was.
By the way, she says she wants to pop on real quick. This ends up being a 12-minute video about these fucking nails and this fucking nail place. Now, I don't know the nail place, and it might be a wonderful nail place, by the way. I just want to say that.
Sure
I'm sure
it
that,
is.
I'm sure it's
Sure
wonderful.
it is.
Lots of people are pleased with their press-on nails. But she goes on, and then she's pitching for this lady, and then she wants you to buy the nails through her so that she can make a fucking dime off of these
so she can
fucking
get the
goddamn
referral
nails. Of
fee.
course. Theresa Caputo is out for your dollar, and that's all she's out for. Period. End of sentence. It's all in the service of her, the almighty dollar. She does not talk to dead people. We talked about this. Go listen to the last episode, and if you rationally think about it, tell me that you really still believe in Theresa Caputo. Now, I want to give you examples of other psychics that have failed. By the way, I'm not just going to pick on Theresa because Theresa just happens to be the one that's around.
Equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity. Ready? Okay. This lady was famous for being on Sylvia Green, I think is her name. Sylvia Brown. Excuse me, not Green. Sylvia Brown is famous for being on the Montel Williams show. She was like the Montel Williams psychic. Do you remember this lady?
No, because I
She's
didn't
another
watch a ton of
yeah.
Montel
She always sat like lazily in her chair like this off to the side, and she was kind of one of these, obnoxious and just never stops talking. Yeah. I'm talking to dead people. And Montel was all too happy to bring this lady on because ratings probably went through the roof. However, she very rarely got anything right, and on a couple of occasions, she actually did some real damage in the real world.
No.
Yes, like to say where Casey Anthony's body was, and then
oh my gosh,
yes,
she did that.
She actually said that Casey Anthony was still alive for a while, and then everybody ran around going, Casey Anthony's child is still alive, and then she told them where the body was, and of course, it wasn't anywhere near where she said it was. But here, listen.
I lost my boyfriend tragically a few years ago. They never found him. And I've had such a hard time since. Every day.
The reason why you didn't find him is because he's in water.
Oh.
Unbelievable. Great job, Sylvia. You picked up on that right away. She saw that he was in water.
And find him in water, it's like the girl that's missing in Aruba. You can't find somebody.
Well, it was September 11th. He was a fireman, but.
So he actually died in 9/11. He actually died in 9/11 in a building. So here comes this poor lady who just wants to know if Sylvia can contact her husband, who was never found in the rubble, by the way. Fucking hero. Going walking up all those goddamn stairs to rescue people on 9/11, the world's, the worst tragedy to, befall the United States in decades. And here's Sylvia Brown saying he drowned in water. No, he didn't drown in water, you fucking shitbag. He died because the building collapsed.
Well, no. See, I keep seeing him in water.
Oh, just make sure you press your issue.
Yeah,
make sure you
right.
hurt her even more. Make sure she's
Can
even
we
more damaged.
somehow make a connection with water?
Yeah, can we somehow make? Oh,
I mean,
no, listen, she
maybe the
does.
fire hose.
Yeah, maybe the fire hose.
Uh-huh.
Is there any way he could have drowned in water?
Oh my God, she can't let it go. Yeah. Like this is what gets me about these fucking psychics is they have no fucking clue what they're talking about. She made the assumption that because this person was missing, and now she just says water because that's an easy thing. She drowned, right? He drowned. And then she says, no, he actually died in 9/11. They just didn't find his body. And she's like, is there any way he could have drowned? No, he couldn't have drowned. The building collapsed.
Some way.
They never found a piece of him. Nothing.
From 9/11.
Because he says he couldn't breathe and he was filled with water.
She just can't stop.
No.
Isn't that sad? This is like,
Yes.
it's just sad. Like now it's just sad that you're hurting this lady over and over again. And you're obviously full of fucking wind, lady. Let's give another example. You want another example?
Yes,
Let's do
please.
this. Here is Inside Edition. They're talking to like one of these Inside Edition. One of the epitome of American journalism, Inside Edition. Here we go. Ready?
I've been in business with this for over 30 years.
So we decided to see what would happen when we asked a psychic detective to help solve a missing persons case. Posing as the distraught brother of a missing child, we sent our producer, Charlie McElravy, to meet with Lori McQuarrie.
Hi. Charlie McElravy is It's the most reporter name I've ever heard. Charlie McAlevey, reporting live for Inside Edition.
How are you? Very nice to meet you, Lori.
We showed her a photo of this missing girl, and she agreed to take the case for $400.
But I think it's solvable.
But what Lori didn't know was that the photo our producer gave her was actually a childhood photo of me.
Of the reporter.
And obviously, I'm very much alive.
Sounds like a
Thanks,
sting.
Inside Edition.
Obviously, I'm not a cat.
Yeah, you do it as I'm not a cat. You're still alive?
I'm still alive.
Well, she's dead. She's clearly dead. She's been missing for a long time. She's clearly dead. $400, you can make that check out too. Shitbag psychic, right? And then the lady walks in and she's like, so you're not dead? I can't tell the difference because sometimes I see dead people.
Right.
That's great. There's always the out with Theresa Caputo or one of these. I can't tell the difference sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just see alive people and I think that they're
look
dead.
real.
That's right.
They look real. Dead people look real people look dead.
Oh my God.
I don't believe she's alive. I'm sorry. I believe that it was a violent passing.
Oh my God.
A violent
passing. Why would you ever say that to somebody?
Jeez.
What a fucking lunatic.
McQuarrie's Sixth Sense told her the girl was brutally murdered
Sixth Sense. They're just dropping in a little double entendre.
Brutally murdered.
Brutally murdered.
sexually assaulted.
Sexually assaulted. Brutally murdered and sexually assaulted. Jeez. That's what she tells the supposed brother of a missing teenage girl.
Oh my God.
That she was brutally murdered and sexually assaulted.
And meanwhile,
can you imagine the damage you're leaving this human being if his sister was actually missing?
Right.
But his sister's not actually missing because it's a reporter for Inside Edition that's very much alive.
Hit in the head with a rock.
But her visions didn't end there.
I think she can be brought home.
Pointing to a remote spot on this map, she even said she could help bring her body home.
And maybe even a mile or two from there.
I think this is a racket we should get into.
My head,
I just can't even. I think this is a racket we should get into. We just take a Google map and just be like, your dead uncle is right here. No, he's buried in the cemetery. Well, he's floated over here in water. Well, how's that possible? I don't know. I'm just getting.
That's what
he's
the
telling
spirit's telling me.
Yeah. I felt a little pinch in my nipple, and when that happens, that means that water is moving him somewhere else.
The next day, McQuarrie sat down for an interview with me to talk about the work of psychic detectives.
I just had a gentleman in yesterday. 30 years ago, his sister disappeared.
She soon began talking about a recent case, but clearly her psychic abilities didn't tell her that I was the girl in the picture.
One of the first things I do in a case, Lisa, is I always make sure people know that if I feel the person is living or not.
So you'll always know when you talk to a family member, when you start a case, you'll know if this person is dead or alive.
And that's the point.
This is a pretty easy thing to get involved in. Actually, now that I'm seeing this is like a really fucking racket. Is like if someone
We could pivot with our podcast.
Yeah, why don't we just have a psychic podcast?
Yeah, we'll just have people call in.
Tell us which relative has died. Yeah, we'll feel the spirits
coming to us.
My uncle died of a heart attack. I'm sensing that it was a heart-related
Something
issue.
in the heart region.
Was it something in the chest? Something in the chest. Or someone can say, my cat's been missing since 1989, and I just want to know that they're okay. And I'll be like, yes.
Does it have a tail?
Does it have a tail? I'm seeing a cat with a tail. Yes. Mr. Meow Meow died. He got run over by a car. Yeah. Twice, actually. The car went forward, and then it went back, and then another little cat sexually assaulted him.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
Yeah, I'm sorry, his little cat penis. His little cat penis doesn't look so hot. $400. Next.
Yes.
Next.
Right? Why were we ever trying to set up Patreon?
I don't know. This is what we needed to get into in the first place. Yes. My goldfish. My goldfish. I've been missing. I can't find him. Let me pull out my Google map.
Something's telling me water.
Something's telling me
he died in water.
He died in water. He's in Akron, Ohio. But I live in New Jersey. Did you ever go to Akron, Ohio?
That's just what it's telling me.
Yes. Have you ever heard of Akron, Ohio?
See?
Yes.
Oh.
He floated down the river all the way to Akron, Ohio.
Is that
every time?
Yes.
But apparently her psychic abilities didn't see this coming.
Lori, I'm going to show you something.
Okay.
Okay.
Oopsie.
Okay. She's like preparing her. She's like, okay. It's like you're at the doctor's office. You have herpes. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that sucks. But can I still have sex with people? That's all.
Yes.
Does this girl look familiar to you?
Yeah, she does. I worked this case.
You worked the case like you're a fucking detective. I worked this case. Long, hard hours.
Was the police department working with her?
No.
It said a police detective.
I know, but they always
police psychic.
By the way, this is one of the things that these people do is they say that I've been working this case, right? I've been working this case real hard.
That really does work on TV.
It was a late night on a Saturday when I got the phone call. Judy from Detroit lost a cat. It was time for me, Bob the shitbag psychic, to spring into action. So I got into my 1989 Toyota Corolla and I drove on over. I asked her for $400, knowing this case was going to be a tough one to crack. I asked for the details. Cat, orange, gone. Details. I didn't need any details. I saw that cat. That cat was sexually assaulted by a frog on the side of the road. And then the frog threw it out into the traffic. It was a tough one. I don't get any sleep these days. I see this as like a film noir, like an old detective movie.
Like in black and white?
Yeah. They kicked me off of the force a long time ago. But now I'm Bob.
Right about then is when you developed your psychic
That's right.
ability.
That's when I got my psychic abilities.
As soon as you lost your job, that's when you developed a psychic.
I developed a raging heroin problem. And a case of impotency. And here I am solving cat murders. I'm Bob, cat psychic. Is it a tabby cat? No, it was Siamese. Are you sure it's a tabby cat? I'm seeing a tabby cat. I think you think it was a Siamese cat, but it was a tabby cat.
This is a girl who you said was beaten and killed.
Okay.
This little girl is me. And you told somebody that she's dead.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. You mean to tell me you're not dead? Because I am 100%.
And I got a violent death.
That's right. Yeah. Are you sure you did not die violently in the water somewhere? Yeah. Because I am right 100%.
Like poking.
Yeah.
Poking. Are you sure?
Ding, ding.
Are you sure?
Ding, ding. Yeah. Where's Nico?
I know.
Where's Nico? Poor Nico.
You didn't disappear?
You didn't disappear? Now she's trying to convince her that she disappeared. Well, now that come to think about it, there's a time there in second grade when I just don't remember things.
Right.
I'm right here.
I'm right here.
I'm not a cat.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
This is awkward.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Well, this is awkward. I thought you were dead. I could have swore you were dead.
I felt dead.
I felt it. I got a check for $400, and then I told this guy, give up. Don't worry about it.
Violent death.
Violent death, sexually assaulted. Yeah. Good luck to you, sir. Have a nice day. I hope everything turns out for you. No, I'm not a psychiatrist. I can't help you, but good luck to you, sir.
How do you explain being completely wrong?
I can't explain it.
You're charging them hundreds of dollars.
You know what, dear?
Hundreds of dollars. You're taking advantage of desperate people with a bunch of hocus pocus, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. It's clear that you just don't understand what's going on here. You don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm having a conversation with someone who believes in QAnon. Like, you know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah.
Like, I know.
You just don't understand.
You don't understand. It's magic. I don't understand either. But I believe. You want to hear something? You want to hear a big Sylvia fail?
Sure.
Sylvia Brown, back to the Montel. Listen to how many people she fails in a row.
Oh, no.
Listen.
Sylvia Brown.
The name Bill keeps coming through so strong from you. Do you know anyone at this point by the name of Bill?
No, I don't.
By the way, who doesn't know someone named Bill?
Well, right. That's a really general.
Yeah, that's why she said it, is because
yes.
And now Sylvia knows that this lady's just fucking with her because everybody knows someone named Bill. Please.
Yep. Heavy set, full face.
Oh, but now she goes on, she gets more detailed. Like, when you're caught, just back up. Be like, oh, are you sure? Maybe it's Bob. Okay. It starts with a B. Do you know anybody with the same? No, I would just be like, no, I do not.
This man with jowls, very, very blue eyes. that really has something to do with real estate or property.
Sounds like Santa Claus, actually, is what it sounds like. Something to do with real estate. What?
Well, first of all, that's very general as well. Has something
to do with real estate.
Has something to do with real estate. Like he owned real estate, which a lot of people do.
He's on the billboard. He's a real estate agent. Yeah. He's on a billboard somewhere. His name is Bill. Bill Dwoskins. Bill Dwoskins. I sell real estate.
Help you. This is aside from the bill, because this William is also another person.
Wait, Bill is also another person? Bill is two people at the same time.
Yeah.
Now she's backpedaling. And this is in the early days, by the way. She learned her craft much better. Yeah, she honed her craft.
This has to do with a two-layered property. In other words, an upstairs.
Two-layered property? What is it, a burrito?
I
mean, two-layered property.
What does that mean?
I've been working in real estate for a long time. I've never heard of a two-layered property.
We've got this nice two-layered property.
Look at this two-layered property. Cheese on the bottom, guac on the top. This two-layered property features marmalade and a chocolate cake. This is what I like to call the wedding cake house. Lemon meringue on the bottom, lemon cake on the top. Are you sold? $2 million.
I mean, I got to go get myself a two-layer.
I know. I got to figure out which real estate market this great woman is working in.
Yeah.
Upstairs and a downstairs.
Oh, that's the two layers. Two-layered. Just upstairs, downstairs.
Two-layered. What the fuck? You don't. It sounds like Bill wasn't really good at what he did. Sounds like Bob wasn't the greatest real estate guy that ever lived. Tell him about the two-layered property. Okay, settle down. I'm talking. He tells me, he wants me to tell you about the two-layered property. The two-layered property. You know, the one that's upstairs and downstairs.
Say that.
By the way, if we're going to use that terminology, most properties are two-layered. At least. It's just the way it works.
No, not at this point. Okay. Because this person...
Not at this point, but don't worry, it's happening in the future. Now she's like, well, it's, I might as...
What was the not at this point?
What she says, Bill has something to do with real estate. He's telling me about a two-layered property, an upstairs and a downstairs.
Yeah.
And she goes, I don't know. I don't know anybody. Not at and then Sylvia goes, not at this point.
But you will.
But it's coming. Yeah. And then everyone in the crowd is supposed to go, oh.
You will know about a place that has an upstairs and a downstairs.
You will know about the triple-layered burrito from Taco Bell that you can move into. It's all the rage. People just wrap themselves up in a tortilla. In the future, people will live in tortillas.
The future will be revealed.
Yes.
Two-layer homes.
2 layers at a time. One chip at a time. Chips and dip.
You don't right now, but you will.
You will. You don't believe me now, but the day will come when
you don't believe me now. Wait till the future.
When you're looking for two-layered properties, and you're gonna meet a guy named Bill.
Bill is your man.
Yeah, and you're gonna be like,
he's dead now, though.
Yeah, you can't meet him now, but in the future, you will know that in the past you knew him. Trust me, I know this. I'm a psychic detective. I'm on the case. That's when I took the case of the two-layered property. What was it? What was the meaning? Olives, tomatoes, all beef special bun, 2 all beef patties, special sauce, onions, lettuce, pickle. I couldn't understand it all, but I would in the future. Don't worry, things will come clear in the future. That's the way it is. Sometimes on these rough psychic streets. Just wait.
Just wait.
If my name isn't Bob Cat Psychic.
He's very significant to you by the name of William. All right? Because a lot of times these things can be in the future.
Oh, really? This is such an easy job. I want this job. This is easier than podcasting. Just say, have you ever known someone who's sunburned?
Ever known someone named Mike?
You're going to, yeah. Do you ever know someone named Mike? No, I don't. You're going to in the future. Thank you. Make that check out to the commercial break psychics. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wow, that's amazing.
Let's go to you. There is a 2.5 year period in which it looks like you are going to be I don't want to say without a job, but there's a flat period.
Oh, well.
I don't want to say you're going to be out on the streets. But that heroin problem is going to catch up with you here.
You don't understand it now.
You don't understand it now.
But you will.
You're not going to. Things are not going to be good for you.
You're not going to prosper.
Yeah, you're not going to prosper. Things are going to be really shitty. Imagine planting that in somebody's head.
I know.
Just like planting in somebody's head that their missing child or missing sister is dead and sexually assaulted.
Yes.
It's the most awful thing in the world.
Yes, visualization.
In which you're not doing what you want to do. And that's going to cause you a lot of dissension. And it's 2.5 year period. Then you're going to get into a lot of marketing and sales work.
You're going to have to.
Yeah, you're going to have to. You're going to have no choice.
You have to go into sales.
Shit's going sideways real quick for you. You just don't understand it yet.
You become a drug dealer.
That's right. I can't tell if you... Actually, we've been in marketing sales. I can't tell if you're on the streets before or after you get into marketing and sales.
That's true.
It's an awful profession. Radio sales, straight to the top, baby. That's right. Selling air. Selling air for $300 a second.
And this marketing and sales work has to do with 3 other men that you're going to be training.
I understand North Dakota. I'm a German.
He doesn't even speak the language. He's German. First of all, I don't know what television this show this is, but it's like there is an audience. You know the bleachers they have usually in the shows, right? These are like high school bleachers, but there's only 2 rows. There's a stairway, and then there's like 3 people on one side and 3 people on this side, and only like 4 rows. So it's like literally 16 people, 18 people all together. And I don't know what television show this is, but it's badly produced. And if this is like a promo piece for Sylvia, she's not doing a great. She probably should have picked some people that actually believe in this. This guy's German. He doesn't even understand.
I don't care whether you're German, you still work or not work, don't you? And you do that in France or in Germany or wherever.
I must much think when you speak English, and I understand all words.
Okay, 2 years of no working that you like.
Wait.
First of all, I love how
hasn't everybody gone through 2 years of working something you didn't like?
Isn't that pretty much everybody's life? Like, I mean, yeah, this is the job that I like, but it doesn't pay the bills quite yet. I mean, this is the job that I love.
It doesn't now, but you will.
It doesn't, but it will. You will in the future after you live on the streets for a couple of years. After you have to sell the microphones for baby
and
formula.
Get into drug sales.
Yeah, that's right. Crystal meth.
You're training 3 guys.
These people are I mean, this is I think this is as low can get is my personal opinion are these psychics. Now I understand that some people believe in this. And I understand why you're upset with me because I'm really telling the truth and I guess you don't want to hear it. But and that's okay. We can agree to disagree. I am just pointing out. It's not that I don't believe that this could not happen.
Right.
I don't know. It's never happened to me personally. I've had some weird interactions with energy.
I have too, and I've had some friends that have used not the psychic on the TV, but that have used somebody that they trust and love, and but that's kind of like a personal thing.
Yeah,
I don't think the TV thing with the profiting.
No. They're just making money, right?
Yes.
I actually dated a girl once who did tarot readings.
Yeah,
and the tarot reading was kind of like spot on. It kind of worked out. But it was like the tarot reading told me exactly what I needed to know right then. Right? It's like Neo in the elevator, right? What did the oracle tell you?
Yeah.
The oracle said exactly what you needed to hear, exactly when you needed to hear it, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've never had any experiences with dead relatives coming back and talking to me, but every once in a blue moon, I feel like, I bet Grandpa Green's behind me going, hey, buddy, good job.
Yes.
Now, is that Theresa Caputo level communication? No, it's not. That's why. But it's clear that when you put all of the pieces of the puzzle together, it's clear just how she's doing this. She's doing this by starting extraordinarily broad and then honing in.
Based on what the responses are. You don't know somebody named Bill. What about William?
What about William? What about Dave? Jack? John? I'm sensing a name. Does he have a name? All right. We'll leave psychics alone for a little while, but we're coming back to you.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. You knew I was going to say that? That's just because we've been friends for so long. You read my mind. We're like twinsies.
We are.
We're like twinsies now. We can read our mind.
Twins emoji.
Twins emoji. Okay, Theresa, letting you off the hook for now, but I'll be back. I swear to God. I'm keeping an eye on you. Every move you make.
I'll be watching.
Every reading you fake. I'll be watching you.
Every reading you fake.
TCBpodcast.com, the brand new TCBpodcast.com,
yes.
designed by my lovely wife, Astrid.
Woo.
Is where you go. You can find our entire media library. Find out just a little bit more about Chrissy and I, and you can get in communication with us there. You can also find links to the Clubhouse clubs, the Commercial Break, and the Comedy Podcast Club at Bryan Green, BryanGreen on Clubhouse, at TCB Chrissy, KRISSY, at The Commercial Break on Instagram, 470-584-8449. It's a mouthful, and that's it. Another episode of The Commercial Break in the books.
Woo!
In the bag. Off into the ether it goes. High five. I think that's episode number 54 or some shit like that.
Nice.
We're past a year. You know, most podcasts don't make it past episode number 7.
Really?
So we've like 700% better than most podcasts. Something
Cheers
like
to that.
Cheers, my dear friend.
Love you.
Okay, I love you. You love me. Everybody loves each other. Until next time, bye.
The Commercial Break. New episodes on Tuesdays and now Fridays. New YouTube clips drop daily at youtube.com/The Commercial Break. Visit tcbpodcast.com for access to our entire media library. Follow us at The Commercial Break on Instagram and join the Commercial Break Club on Clubhouse to join in live recordings. Each episode is written and produced by Bryan Green, co-hosted by Chrissy Hoadley, with additional content provided by Tina Cano.